This movie finna be hot garbage cakes on with a side of terrible. I'm not watching this.
The Street Fighter movie.
Oh boy.
The Street Fighter movie. There's been a Street Fighter movie that's been in talks for a while. They're said to come out. It's kind of been like, lulling along. But it seems like now we're getting a lot of information on who's actually gonna be in the movie. Now we have a cast of characters that were drawn together by something somehow. It can't be somebody with any type of experience in movie casting. But so we got, hopefully y'all know these names. So far for the Street Fighter movie, we got Andrew Koji as Ryu, Noah Centineo as Ken, Kalina Liang as Chun-Li, probably the most accurate casting so far, Jason Momoa as Blanca, Orville Peck as Vega, 50 Cent as Balrog, Roman Reigns as Akuma, and then we got the comedian Andrew Schulz as Dan Hibiki. So many people have been sounding off about this casting. Most people are saying it's trash. Other people are saying in nicer terms like I hope they do well, but I will not be participating in watching this. Other people are saying it's made with AI had to make this cast of people, and so other people are just saying this just looks like a random movie fan, a random casual movie fan just threw some names out there and they went and got them and said, oh yeah, okay, they're gonna be in the Street Fighter movie. But how are you gentlemen? How are you gentlemen feeling about this? How are y'all feeling about the cast? And y'all think this a hit? Do y'all think it's gonna be successful? Are y'all showing up to theaters to support this? Let me know how y'all feeling, man. We gonna start with Mr. Gamer Lil.
Well, I didn't realize that Tubi would finally be making a Street Fighter movie.
Wow! All right,
I was hoping that one of my favorite franchises would get more respect than that. But what could I expect? Because the previous Street Fighter movies have been absolute terrible movies. So I guess I couldn't expect.
Calm down.
Wait, so I mean the OG one was all right, but if you look back at it now, and Street Fighter Chun-Li, that was worse. That was worse than the original movie.
That was worse than a lot of movies.
I mean,
right, I'm sorry.
To be honest, we haven't had a good fighting game live action movie. I don't think Tekken was trash, Dead or Alive.
Whoa! Wait a minute. What about Mortal Kombat? The first Mortal Kombat movie.
Okay, that don't give somewhat of a pass, somewhat, but overall they've been garbage. And this, again, I agree. This looks like AI. There's no way this somebody was like a few of these casting make sense a little bit. Like Andrew Koji, he's a British martial artist, so I guess he's got martial arts under his belt. And some of the images I've seen him, he kind of looks like he could pass for Ryu. He's a little thin for Ryu, so if he put on some muscle, well he's muscular, but if he put on some size, weight.
Well, you know what they do, Devin, in the movie thing. I mean, allegedly they just go give him some Skittles and he'll be all right.
Well, actually, with this cast, he probably just get one of those suits. Honestly, he just give him a suit to put on, like
Big Mama's house?
Yeah, Big Mama or Professor Clump. Just give him a muscle suit. I like the person that got playing Ken. I'm like, I guess it's Jason Momoa as Blanca? What?
Momoa?
You gonna dish? I said Jason Momoa. I'm sorry, as Blanca. You gonna disrespect an actor like that, giving him that trash character? Come on, bro. You could have gave him I feel like he kind of looked more like Akuma than Roman Reigns.
He had to not know what Street Fighter was to accept being Blanca. He had to not know.
Oh man,
Orville Peck.
Maybe he just likes Blanca.
What are we? What? I looked him up. He's just a musician, and he wears a mask. I guess that's his gimmick. So this was proven to me. This might be AI. This and 50 Cent, because it's like Orville Peck is like, oh, he got a mask on. What does that have to do with anything? What has he done? And of course, 50 Cent as Balrog also makes me think this AI. Oh, let's find a black man that like this money, and he, is kind of buff. All right, 50
basically.
Hey man, gotta get this fight money that train, man.
Oh, that's right.
He got acting
man.
chops though, man. You know.
I mean, he does, but as Balrog, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Roman Reigns is Akuma. I'll accept it. I've seen like I don't know, this looked slightly AI generated as well. They had like Roman Reigns as Akuma, and it looked solid.
Like he could pull it off though. Yeah,
he looked like Akuma. He just looked like a young Akuma. He don't look like current age Akuma. He just looked like a younger Akuma. Like I don't know how old Akuma is. I'm assuming Akuma is like in his 40s or 50s. I would imagine.
Akuma got a demon in him that's helping his skincare routine. So
yeah, but I mean he's also older than Ryu them, right? Or am I tripping?
He is
because he was the same age as
Goken.
Yeah, so yeah, he's old. Actually, he's like 50, 60, maybe 70. So I don't know. Like, are we doing a young Akuma? Because that don't even make sense. This movie finna be hot garbage cakes on with a side of terrible. I'm not watching this. If this is good, I'd be surprised if it's even real. Because right now I'm on the side of this is AI casting. Because some of this makes absolutely no sense. The Orville Peck and the 50 Cent thing, and even the Roman Reigns. Because I mean, AI could have been like, oh, he kind of looked like Akuma. He got he's muscular, long hair. This is gonna be garbage. That's my take. This is gonna be garbage if it's even real. Like I just say at this point, stop making fighting game movies. Just stop it. Because this looks very suspect.
All right, so you like it, right? You got high hopes for it, correct?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I tell you what, Mr. Gaming List was nicer than I was, because the moment I heard that Roman Reigns was Akuma, I was out. I was out immediately. I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna suck. But 50 Cent as Balrog, I'm like, it's just like almost every pick in there got worse and worse and worse. I'm like, 50 Cent as Balrog, it's like, well, he's black and he's known.
I mean, they kind of got the same head shape.
That's about it. Yep.
Story.
Oh my gosh, man. I'm sorry, man. I mean, just looking at like the casting, I'm just like, bro, this like Mr. Gaming Live said. I mean, this seems like it's AI generated casting, and it's like, who's making this film? Uwe Boll? Like we wouldn't dredged him out of like wherever he was hiding to have him come back and start making video game movies again. It's like, from the director that brought you the masterpiece Blood Rain with Billy Zane. Yeah, we're gonna have that guy come and make a Street Fighter movie. I mean, geez, man. Like looking at this, like I'm sorry, I gotta go back to this. Having 50 Cent as Balrog makes me miss Michael Clark Duncan as Balrog in Legend of Chun-Li, bro. Like oh my lord. I mean, Roman Reigns as Akuma, Jason Momoa as Blanca. I just don't get it, man. I'm like, maybe they just like asked everybody, like, yo, who do you want to cosplay as? I mean, and they're just like, sure, I'll do Blanca. Like, we have a list here, and everybody only gets one choice, and everything else is off the board. So that's it, man. I mean, Andrew Schulz is like Dan. I'm just kind of like, I mean, the fact that Andrew Schulz is in the movie at all is a little suspect to me, to be honest. So I'm just kind of like, I mean, we're already going down a dark path here, guys. It's not looking good. This might actually be on the level of Legend of Chun-Li. You remember when Kristen Kreuk was cast as Chun-Li in that movie? What were they thinking? Oh my god! I think one of the only casting choices in that made any sense was maybe Robin Shu again, maybe. I mean, maybe if you squinted a bit, like that was one of the only ones that made any sense. Like, I mean, it was not great. And then of course you got Neil McDonough playing playing Bison, and then having Bison's basically his whole thing is like, yeah, bro, I'm like a property manager and I'm trying to steal all this land or whatever. Like, what are we doing here? He didn't do the Psycho Crusher. Basically, his main move was like a side thrust kick the whole time. And then basically at the end of the movie, instead of being like, oh yeah, you know what, Chun-Li, beats Bison and he runs away or something like that, she kills him. So I mean, like, what were you? I mean, all right, I'm not even. You know what? That's a whole different rant. Bottom line, bro. This movie's probably going to stink. I will not be watching this. I'm not watching it. I'm not going to the theaters. I'm not going to watch it on streaming. I'm not even going. I don't know. I'm not even going to watch it like peripherally. Like if I'm at like the barber shop or something like that. Like I'm not like if it's on in the background. It's just a big no for me.
Yeah, I've been hearing lightly about the Street Fighter movie continually for a while. It seems like they've been working on it for a while now, and nothing has yet come to fruition.
Can't tell.
Um, and really didn't hear much about the casting until recently. And I'm not gonna lie, when they said 50 Cent was Balrog, I was kind of under the impression that every other casting was kind of on point, and 50 Cent was kind of like the one that was kind of like sticking out. And I was like, okay, I'm willing to give it a chance because 50 Cent is Balrog. It's like, okay, like that's kind of unique, but hey, 50 Cent can act. Maybe he'll get in there and do his thing. We'll see how it works. But then next thing you know, right after that, you're hearing Roman Reigns as Akuma. So it's like, okay, so okay, that's two. There's kind of like unusual names you throwing in here for casting. Like, so where we going with this? Like, I'm okay, but where we going with this? And then next thing you know, when I saw Andrew Schulz as Dan Hibiki, I was like, okay, so we just putting anybody in the movie now. Like we just put, and it's no disrespect to Andrew Schulz. I'm not saying like he a trash actor or anything like that, but I am basically saying what the world is comedian Andrew Schulz doing anywhere near a movie about street fighting? And then like see, it's different when you're making a movie that's kind of like a new IP, a new idea. You can bring it in and you can make anything fit, but when you have characters that kind of already have an identity, a legacy and a lore for decades now, and then you throw somebody like Andrew Schulz in to play Dan Hibiki, what are we doing? Like, and then if you want to get like, it's like they don't even care to get accurate to the casting because, like Devin said, Dan Hibiki is like, and then it's like I wouldn't say Dan Hibiki is kind of like a joke, so like he knows he's a joke. He more so is just like somebody who's serious, but he's just silly, weak, not as strong, and he comes off as a joke character. It's not like he's a jokester. Then he's Japanese.
Right.
And then it's like when you think of that, you don't think of Andrew Schulz. Like I don't know about y'all, but I originally met Andrew Schulz like back in the day, like the Brilliant Idiots podcast been going on for like forever. That's why I met him. So like that's kind of like where my mind goes when I think of him. And I just do not think Street Fighter movie. And then when you get into the other castings, I mean, like Devin said with the Andrew Koji, okay. I feel like Chun-Li as far as like looks, I mean, that's like a kind of be like a kind of accurate casting. The dude's playing Vega. I think just because they saw a picture of him on Getty Images with a mask on, that was like get him. Like that was basically about it, and he was happy a check was getting cut to him. It's like, why would I turn it down? I have no reason to turn it down. But yeah, this movie, I'm definitely not the person who like to come on here and be like, oh man, this gonna be trash, this gonna suck. I kind of like to be optimistic about things or whatever. We appreciate you. But I'm not gonna lie, this just seems like this is gonna be excuse my French, but boo boo. So yeah. Anybody else got anything to add before we move on? So it seems like we finna add to the long list of terrible fighting game movies or terrible video game movies in general. So it'd be like that.
specifically the long line of bad Street Fighter movies. At least like all the animated ones are good. At least like you have those to fall back on because live action just ain't doing it, man. Like I remember, unfortunately, and I'm telling you, I really have no idea why I did this. I saw Legend of Chun-Li in theaters. I actually went to a movie theater, paid money. Yeah, I know it's terrible.
Please don't tell me you got popcorn and all that. You didn't pay the extra.
Haven't recovered. Man, bro, I mean, that's the least I could do for myself if I'm going to go in there and watch Legend of Chun-Li. You know what I mean? Like,
man,
have something
$10
to
on popcorn
do.
and $8 on a drink to watch Legend of Chun-Li. Man,
yeah, it was pretty bad. I mean, but I mean, like looking at this, I'm like, man, you know, I hope that this isn't one of those movies that you look back and be like, hey, you know what, Legend of Chun-Li wasn't that bad. Maybe, hopefully, they'll surprise us, but I don't think they will. I mean, like you said, I think you made a Rexon. You made a good point with the thing about Dan Hibiki because you're right. He's not a joke. He's not a jokester. He's a kind of considered a joke character, but he's completely serious. Like he calls his style the Psycho style, which is like the strongest style. Well, he believes that. Like he believes that with all of his heart. That
and then Andrew will have to pull emotion because you know the thing with Dan's dad, like he's emotional about his dad. It's like is Schulz go do this?
Oyaji. You know, like, is he going to be able to pull? Does he have the chops to do that? Oyaji. Man, come on, bro.
This is
come on.
M. Night Shyamalan Street Fighter.
No, real talk.
I mean, we might as well go ahead and put. I mean, you got the Dan in there. Go ahead and put. Dan and Ryu. Go ahead and put Sagat in there. Go ahead, call up Vin Diesel and say, "Hey, bro, we want you to be Sagat, and don't forget the shotgun." So
Vin Diesel ain't nowhere near 8 feet tall.
I mean,
Sagat is minimum like 7'1".
Andrew is way bigger than Dan, I would imagine. I don't think Dan, because Andrew's pretty tall. Like, so that don't even work
like
either.
6 foot something.
So like, Dan is about the same height as Ryu. Ryu's like under 6 foot. He's like 5'10", 5'9", something like that. So that don't even make sense. You got this tall, non-Japanese Dan. Yeah, just go ahead and get Vin Diesel or The Rock. What? But I think Vin Diesel fits more because he got the shotgun, right? And if you remember the Street Fighter cartoon, Sagat had a shotgun, right?
Wait. Hold on a sec, though. But don't you think that Vin Diesel would be the perfect person to have on this? Because remember, in what was it? Which Fast and Furious movie was it? Was it like it was the one when Jason Statham showed up for the first time. He was like, "Yo, we're not going to use guns, man." And remember, he specifically refers to the streets as being like part of like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was like his deal, right? Like, yo, we're not using any guns. Yo, this is a street fight. You know, I mean, maybe.
Yeah, see, that was foreshadowing, right? I mean, as he got Dan in the sky, piecing him up with the kneecaps, he could be like, "Family."
Wow. Sorry about your dad.